This is going to be a review of the Bosch 1297D. I could not find any review of this online, so I figured I would make a review, maybe helpful. So my experience with these kind of sanders is using just like a conventional clip style one that basically you put your sheet here and then use the clip to lock it on. The problem with those is those sheets don't hold up too well using those clips. So this one has a sheet lock function, and I will be testing that in particular with this. And also the other thing is it supposedly comes with a jig to make holes in the sanding sheet, and that way the vacuum can be sucked through those holes so to gather the sawdust. So let's see how this works. Quick unboxing of this. So this is for the vacuum. So in the vacuum you have a filter, so basically air is sucked in, clean air is left out, filter captures all the particles, so that's something you're going to have to replace every so often. So there is the bottom surface, and it has like 6 dust collection ports. So good thing is it comes with a sheet of sandpaper, and as you can see this is basically a quarter of a regular sanding paper. So by the way, the easiest way to cut this into 4 is obviously just to fold this into 4 so you get equal quarter sheets. So the way you load it in is basically this button, press that, grit side down, and lock it in place, and then wrap it around here on the other side and release this clip here and have the sandpaper go between this red rolling thing and the rubber thing here at the bottom, and that pulls it really tight. So there it is, installed. Nice thing about this is comes with a punch. So just place this on top of the sandpaper and just press hard on it, so makes these nice holes. Ready to go. Tight sheet, dust collection port installed. It's all ready to go. Another cool feature is there's an on and off switch right there. So when you're sanding, it's easy to control. So my first project for the sander is basically to sand this pocket hole plug down. And if you want to know more about how I made these exactly from the same kind of wood, I have a separate video in the link below. So I'm going to sand this down. So first turning this on. So first impressions, extremely low vibration and easy one-handed operation, and I mean it knocked out that job in like no time flat.
It's also easy to reach into tight to reach spots like that. Something that a random orbital sander can't do. My only complaint about this thing is it's a small inconvenience, but I'll show you what I'm talking about. So when you want to get the sandpaper off, especially in these corners, if you stay in one spot for a long time, it heats up really bad and causes the sandpaper to stick really bad. And it's almost impossible to get the sandpaper off without destroying the sandpaper, you know. And also this backing here, the rubber one, is it starts melting and it starts, you know, stuff starts sticking to it. That's the only criticism of this product. And they probably made this rubber so it'll stick better with this while it's in operation. So it's just a small thing. Yeah, if you see right there, it's stuck really bad. My suggestion is don't stay at one spot for a long time. Keep moving. That should alleviate some of the issue. See that spot of that rubber that got stuck really hard to the sandpaper, so I don't know the long-term reliability of this or long-term repercussions of this problem. That's yet to see. So overall, the quick lock mechanism works really well, and it's much better than those things that don't come with this locking mechanism. So all you're relying is on one flimsy clip to hold it together, and trust me, it does not work. It's just a pain. So I would rather go with one that has a nice locking mechanism than and I would deal with some of these small inconveniences. And the nice on and off switch here makes it easy to turn it on and off. One-handed operation makes it easy and not much fatigue in your fingers, because the vibrations that are created here, they're not transferred too much due to some damping that they've done. So that's really good. Nice dust collection, and comes with a hole punch to make these holes on the sandpaper, so that's really nice. And the only criticism is the fact that this rubber backing, which is a double-edged sword, so helps the sandpaper stick well, but it sticks too well, so you're going to end up with some of it on the back. And the only way to work around this is to not stay in one spot, keep rotating. And here I had to work on a project where I had to use the corners a lot to get in there, so hopefully I won't run into too much of that in the future. So overall, I would give this at least a 4.5 out of 5 star rating. So wonderful product.